Malibu's canyon roads and communities hit hard by days of steady and severe rain. We are live at the trouble spots.
The atmospheric river lived up to its predictions, the impressive rain totals, and what you can expect as we enter the next phase of the storm.
Plus, the numbers are in, what a new count shows about Malibu's efforts to reduce homelessness.
And Pepperdine coping with more loss, how classmates and faculty members are remembering a senior killed in a car crash. News at 5 starts now.
Malibu's only live newscast. This is NewsWaves 32, live.
Days of relentless rain leaves Malibu a mess. Good evening, I'm Nora Moriarty.
And I'm Abby Will. Welcome to NewsWaves on this Tuesday, February 6th. As crews work to clear rocks and mud, danger remains. We have live team coverage here at NewsWaves. Gabrielle Salgado is live outside Malibu Canyon. Mary is in our NewsWaves studio tracking the storm as it tapers off. And we begin with Joe Allgood, who is covering Topanga Canyon, where an evacuation warning is still in place and residents are now beginning to clean up. Joe, how's it looking out there?
Yeah, it's pretty bad. It's still raining, and Topanga Canyon behind me is one of the hardest hit spots in all of LA. They've received already close to 13 inches of rain.
Topanga Canyon has seen some of the most rain in all of LA County during this storm. Topanga Canyon Boulevard has been closed since Sunday night as Caltrans, LAFD, and local law enforcement work to clear the road.
It's kind of an all-hands-on-deck sort of situation.
Roadblocks are up on the southbound end at Robinson Road and at Topanga School Road on the northbound end. Topanga Creek has burst its banks, leading to flooding along the boulevard and dozens of abandoned cars. The major concern right now is the Owen Fire burn scar in Zone 4. Because the soil is looser in that area, the danger of a landslide is high, but it's hard to predict.
If there's a burn scar, then that water's going to move swiftly along the surface, and so those areas are a little more prone to, any kind of flows.
An evacuation order for Zone 4 was in place until this afternoon when it was downgraded, but LAFD says that residents should remain prepared in the case of another evacuation.
And if they see anything like that, to make sure that they're ready to leave and then contact us so that we can go up there and sort of mitigate anything that does happen.
Caltrans is keeping crews in the canyon working 12-hour shifts around the clock, but motorists are advised to stay off the roads as much as possible.
Yeah, that's still unclear at the moment. It's still unclear when we'll reopen, or when Caltrans will reopen State Route 27 to Topanga Canyon Boulevard.
Caltrans is also monitoring the situation for the safety of their own crews.
Already today alone, they've seen 1.5 inches of rain. I spoke to Caltrans earlier, and they said they have 5 trucks working around the clock to try and clear the road as quickly as possible. But as of right now, there is no telling when it might actually open up. Back to you guys in the studio.
Thank you, Joe, for that reporting, and make sure you stay safe out there. It looks like a very rainy day that he is dealing with. And we have people from one danger spot to another. Malibu Canyon has also been closed multiple times due to falling rocks and mud and debris.
The amount of water flowing through the canyon is incredible. Gabrielle Salgado is at the entrance to the canyon on the Malibu side with an update. Gabrielle, is the canyon open right now?
Yes, from the looks of it, it seems like Malibu Canyon is open right now, but as we see in the past, that can change at any minute. Deputies are advising drivers to take it slow. Swift waters and mudslides continue to impede travel in and out of Malibu. The near constant rain has closed Malibu Canyon for hours at a time, the latest closure being this afternoon. Drivers who have made it through say there's debris to look out for.
There was a lot of tiny rocks on the side.
And the risk of more landslides remains.
There definitely is a lot of rocks that are falling.
The Lost Hills Sheriff's Department told me this morning the canyon closed this weekend due to rocks and mudslides in the roadway. Sunday night's closure was due to a 10-foot boulder falling on the road. Pepperdine senior Bob Emmerich grew up in Malibu and says he is less worried about the current rain, but is more worried about
the danger that could happen once it dries back up, because once it dries back up, the rocks could fall again.
Other students having to commute to Pepperdine today said they are nervous about driving through the canyon.
Just like hoping nothing falls on me, and so I can get to class on time.
The Lost Hills Sheriff's Department is advising commuters to drive slow. Students like Ensley are taking the advice to heart.
It's, maybe seem annoying, but your life's more important. Take those extra minutes driving slow.
Santa Monica and Malibu campuses were closed yesterday and were expected to be reopened today. However, SMM-USD canceled all Malibu campuses for today. Thunderstorms and showers are expected throughout the week, and drivers are being advised to only make necessary trips. And there are some really heavy downpours during this atmospheric river. A rain gauge that I set up on Pepperdine's campus collected about 5 inches of rain in a span of 24 hours. Mary, back to you in the studio with our rain totals.
Thank you, Gabby, and please stay safe out there. The storm is mostly moving out to the southeast with the heaviest rainfall now likely over, although we did get a heavy downpour in Malibu just after 1 p.m. today. Here are the totals for our local areas. Some areas have received over a foot of rain. As of 40 minutes ago, the Santa Monica Mountains at the Topanga Fire Station has the highest 3-day rain total with 13.09 inches of rain. Bel Air is next with 12.75 inches, Agora Hills at 8.95 inches, Calabasas with 7.92, Santa Monica at 6.73, and lastly, Malibu with 6.34 inches. Back to you at the desk, Abby.
Thank you, Mary. That is a lot of rain that we're dealing with here in Southern California, and that record-setting rainstorm continues to cause roadway disruptions in Malibu. Rocks slid off the Santa Monica Mountains onto PCH near Big Rock Drive, blocking the right lane of the highway going northbound toward Pepperdine. The debris is coned off, but the road is still open. And community efforts are in full effect during the storm with a special patrol team.
You may have seen their white SUVs throughout Malibu. Zoe Hunt is in the studio with a look at Malibu's volunteer team.
Thank you, Nora. There is an additional law enforcement force patrolling Malibu during this storm. The volunteers on patrol are doing their part to keep the community safe. Take a look.
There's a force out on the streets dedicating countless hours to keeping Malibu safe. The volunteers on patrol
grab our radios, we grab our ticket writers, so we actually log on with the station dispatch.
Team leader Mark Russo supervises the 20-person team actively patrolling the community. Covering the Malibu Lost Hills Sheriff Station jurisdiction, they are a main support system to deputies.
We do pretty much standard patrol.
Legally, the team is allowed to give parking citations, respond to 911 calls, aid traffic collision shutdowns and containments, and assist the Sheriff's Department. But they are not allowed to make any physical arrests. For Field Training Officer Bill Melcher, who grew up in the area, the role is about serving the community.
So for me, the biggest thing is just going out there and being able to add something to the community.
Melcher leads the 192-hour training program consisting of hands-on ride-along experience and classroom learning. For applicant Seth Ombre, the passion for law enforcement and community makes it all worth it.
They do a great deal of good work, and I want to be part of a team that gets the job done.
Ombre has joined 3 ride-alongs, one taking place in the middle of a storm.
But when it does go off, it goes off.
Rain is pouring down in a dangerous storm. The volunteers on patrol are on roads like Pacific Coast Highway and in the canyon, ready to respond to any rain-related incidents.
It can be busy out here, and we can be responding to traffic collisions or natural disasters such as fires, rock slides, mudslides.
Any day can bring something unexpected for the team, and they have to be prepared to respond.
You know, when you're out there in the field as a dispatchable unit, you really have to know what you're doing, because half the time we could be the first unit on scene.
As active members of the community, the volunteers on patrol cherish the meaningful impact they have.
There's yet to be a day where I've gone home and not feel like I did something.
The volunteers on patrol will remain on high alert throughout this heavy storm, and they encourage community members to reach out to them if they need assistance. Abby and Nora, back to you.
Thank you, Zoe. We're definitely thankful for that assistance this week. And outside of our immediate area, Greater Los Angeles will be recovering from this storm for a while. Sunday was the third wettest day in LA's history. The storm caused over 300 mudslides, damaging at least one home and leaving cars in deep mud. Yesterday, Mayor Karen Bass declared a local emergency to help the LA area respond and recover. Governor Newsom also called into that press conference and declared a state of emergency.
In other news, Pepperdine mourns the loss of another senior. The university informed the community in an email that senior advertising major Alec Kashishian died from injuries sustained in a car crash January 25th. The Los Angeles native was featured in several publications, including Forbes, for his work as a fashion entrepreneur. He already had his own brand, God's Dream, inspired by visits to the Amalfi Coast, with a store on Melrose. Kashishian, advertising major, says he was a vibrant student.
We will really miss him. I keep seeing him because he would sit at a specific spot. And I think we agreed as a class that we are going to just set that seat for him, like to always have him with us.
Pepperdine will be holding a drop-in memorial service at Stauffer Chapel Monday from 3 to 5 p.m. Students and faculty are invited to pray, reflect, and celebrate Alec's life. Those who wish to send condolences to his family can leave cards at the Department of Student Affairs in the Thornton Administrative Center.
It's definitely been a sad year for the Pepperdine community, so we're really thinking of those who knew Alec and loved him.
Yeah, it's really devastating.
An account of the people experiencing homelessness in Malibu shows positive progress.
This is not positive. In the midst of a severe storm where a spill of millions of gallons of sewage is shutting down beaches.
And targeted by thieves, local businesses speak out about a rise in retail thefts and why they say they cannot stop them.
Can you concern with me? Imagine what you'd see if every child had a book to read. So the mission is for us to get a book to each and every child. So let's join hands, book people unite. Unearth hidden passion. Come on, we'll have a good time. One book could be the first that'll make helps to change a life. Book people unite.
Read to a child today and spark a lifetime of ambition.
Well, Thomas, you've got pre-diabetes.
Not me?
Me neither.
Nobody. So we're good?
What? Oh, you still have pre-diabetes. Big time.
So, same time next week?
Well, of course. Put away a few bucks, feel like $1 million. For free tips to help you save, go to Feed the Pig.
Welcome back. Malibu currently has the lowest number of unhoused individuals since 2016. The Los Angeles Homeless Service Authority and local volunteers participated in the 2024 homeless count last week. The count showed that 51 people in Malibu are experiencing homelessness, a 30% decline since last year's count. 33 of those are living in vehicles and 16 in makeshift shelters and tents.
Santa Monica school representatives are claiming Malibu's push for districted elections is delaying the goal for separation. LA County heard the petition for a 7-district election process, but Santa Monica is fighting these efforts, claiming it is unfair for Malibu, a smaller population, to have 2 voting districts. Board President John Keene claims that districted election hearings are holding up key steps towards a district separation.
This is decades of desire for this result has now been delayed.
This open and collective process is now delayed for at least one legislative year by these hearings.
Said there are results ready to share that can provide solutions to the long-standing separation issue. There was no decision made at this hearing, but residents can participate in a second hearing on the voting issue this Saturday in Santa Monica.
A 2-year-long project at Westward Beach is complete, but without the outcome the city was hoping for. In March 2022, the Planning Commission proposed adding a 12-foot wide bike and pedestrian lane from PCH to Westward Beach Road. But in an attempt to not build on the actual sand, the city was unable to build the whole lane. Instead, contractors just added additional parking room on the side of the street and are adding markers for parking.
Beaches in Long Beach closed due to a 5 million gallon sewage spill. The LA County Sanitation District says the spill was caused by the weekend storm flooding the city's drain systems. Leaking sewage entered the Dominguez Channel, which connects to Long Beach's 7-mile stretch of ocean water. All beaches remain closed due to unsafe bacteria levels, and water conditions will continue to be monitored.
Mary, hello. It has been a busy week for you, I'm sure, covering all of this storm. Thank you for all you're doing. Can you tell us a little bit about what's going on now? And I've heard especially with the beaches, we cannot go on the beaches, they're off limits. Tell us about that.
Yeah, so the storm is bringing heavy amounts of rainfall, especially we saw that today, like I said earlier, after 1. But now we're going to see some lighter showers, so hopefully, at the end of this week, it'll clear up. Be prepared for dark skies and rain to continue to hit Malibu hard, as Malibu is currently under a flood watch that will be in place until around 1 a.m. tomorrow morning. Local roads, such as the Malibu Canyon, flooded earlier this weekend but have been since cleared and reopened. But remain aware that parts of the road, such as the Topanga Canyon, is currently closed due to mudslides and fallen trees. Today in Malibu, we have experienced more heavy rain than expected, with only a high of 58 degrees and a low of 46 degrees. But we'll see a decrease in the rainfall as the week progresses. Our winds are around 5 miles per hour right now and are set to decrease later in the day, and our humidity is currently sitting at around 94%. Be advised that as the storm lingers, we could experience thunder and lightning later tonight due to high moisture in the air, and we'll see these conditions continue into nearby regions, as Thousand Oaks and Agora Hills are reaching temperatures as high as 55 degrees with their lows in the 40s. Due to the immense amount of rain, we will see temperatures in Calabasas drop into the mid-60s and Santa Monica in the high 50s. Currently, the fire risk is low for today as well as this week due to the ongoing wet conditions from the storm. And today, the surf is looking fair with waves around 3 to 4 feet high. But a coastal flood advisory has now been put in place until Friday afternoon, as dangerous rip currents and waves as large as 7 to 10 feet high are being predicted for the remainder of the week. Winds will reach anywhere from 25 to 35 miles per hour, with the peak being on Wednesday at around 45 miles per hour. And temperatures will stay around the mid-50s, but will start to reach the low 60s around the weekend when the storm is predicted to pass. So remember your umbrellas these next couple days, as the storm will continue to pass through Malibu with slight showers later in the week, and remain advised for flood watches.
Thank you so much for everything you're doing, and we will keep an eye on that storm out there for sure.
Yes, it came down hard today, but hopefully it'll lighten up for us later this week.
Yes,
let's hope so.
We hope.
And rolling out the red carpet for the next generation of filmmakers. The film festival is coming to Pepperdine.
Plus, Let It Snow. It is one that never gets old. Local teams star in Frozen, the musical.
So, same time next week?
Well, of course. Put away a few bucks, feel like $1 million. For free tips to help you save, go to Feed the Pig.
Got a quarter? What are you, superheroes?
Just four brothers who hate bullies and love this city.
Gear up, guys.
There's a lot going on in the performing arts world. Claire, what can you tell us?
Well, there certainly is, Nora. The cold doesn't bother Malibu Middle School. The storm is raging on just in time for their magical frozen tale. This week, the Malibu Middle School Theater presents Disney's Frozen Jr. The musical tells the story of Anna and Elsa, two sisters who embark on a journey of friendship, family, and love, while meeting some entertaining characters along the way. Frozen premieres this Thursday at 7 p.m. at the Malibu Middle and High School Theater and runs through this Sunday. Michael Flatley's Lord of the Dance will have you skipping, twirling, and hopping over to Thousand Oaks. This week marks the 25th anniversary tour of Lord of the Dance. Created by Michael Flatley, the show has won the hearts of audiences around the world with its combination of Irish dancing, music, and culture. The performance will take place tomorrow at Fred Kavli Theater at the Bank of America Performing Arts Center in Thousand Oaks. Tickets start at $74 on the Fred Kavli Theater website. Save the date for Pepperdine's Real Stories Film Festival this Friday. Pepperdine presents the Real Stories Film Festival, an annual celebration of student filmmaking and creative talent. The event features short films made by undergraduate students, as well as a red carpet and awards ceremony. No ticket purchase is required, but students must RSVP through the Real Stories Film Festival website. The festival will take place in Mullentown Square at Pepperdine University at 6 p.m.
You know, I just have to say, we have a lot of talent in the film department here. I went to Real Stories last year, and the films were just amazing. Have you guys been?
I have not been yet. I don't know why I've missed out, because I think that it's like the best Pepperdine event that Pepperdine has. The best Pepperdine event that Pepperdine has.
You should go for your senior year.
I know. I think I'm going to have to go on Friday.
Yeah, you know, me too. I have not been either, but I'm looking forward to attending on Friday.
Yeah,
so maybe it'll become a tradition.
Yeah. And the community gathers to mourn a beloved local coach.
And it looks like something out of a movie, but it's not. A man decision to leap into the raging river to save his dog leads to a dramatic rescue.
You can say with me, imagine what you'd see if every child had a book to read. So the mission is for us to get a book to each and every child. So let's join hands, book people unite, unearth hidden passion. Come on, we'll have a good time. One book could be the first element, helps to change a life. People unite.
Read to a child today and spark a lifetime of ambition.
Well, Thomas, you've got pre-diabetes. But with more exercise and a change in diet, it can be reversed.
I've tried exercising. It just makes me hungry for bacon.
I love bacon, too. And who really likes to exercise?
Not me.
Me neither.
Nobody. So we're good?
What? Oh, you still have pre-diabetes. Big time.
So, same time next week?
Well, of course. Put away a few bucks, feel like $1 million. For free tips to help you save, go to Feed the Pig.
Welcome back. The LA County Sheriff's Department reports all general crime is down 11% in Malibu, including assaults and burglaries. But I spoke to employees at the Country Mart who say thefts are happening and their hands are still tied. An uptick in theft.
We actually have had a lot of people come in and steal,
leaving Malibu Country Mart employees feeling helpless.
We can't do anything really or chase them out.
Local businesses say thieves are working together.
Someone being sneaky, kind of taking a jacket, someone else distracting us, and kind of walking out with the product.
And the thieves seem to know how to blend in. Designer clothing store Mayfield says it had over $500,000 worth of products stolen last year.
They're wearing designer bags, they drive like nice cars, and you see them pull up and then they come in and they've just been stealing a lot recently.
But the rule is that employees aren't allowed to do anything about it.
You guys are really awesome. Thank you so much for your business. Thank you so much.
And that's about all they can do. Say thank you.
We kind of have to let them go.
Fred Siegel also had over $1,000 worth of products stolen in December, and they say they just had to watch it happen.
And if things happen, we are supposed to sit, watch, and spectate.
The reason for this strategy is to not put the employees in more danger.
Us getting involved, us doing anything is more of a liability risk for the company than us standing there doing nothing and letting them do what they want to do.
For now, local business owners say they are thankful for the security they do have, but they could always use more.
We do have good security now, thankfully, at the Country Mart, but we do have to be aware at all times.
Says they did install surveillance cameras in the middle of the Country Mart, and they're working on installing a 24/7 satellite system that connects the Country Mart with the Sheriff's Department to ensure extra safety. It's really a problem that I haven't even heard about that much in Malibu. Yeah. I mean, you always know that theft and burglary is happening, but it's really affecting us here locally.
Yeah, so I've never heard about that, but those videos were scary.
It's crazy. It's a lot of product that's been stolen for sure. And hello, Jenna. I know you're here to provide an update with sports. Yes, a beloved community figure who inspired generations of students and touched the lives of all who met him. Jenna, can you tell us a little bit about the life and legacy of this former Malibu coach?
Yes, Abby, I would love to. On January 27th, hundreds of students, family, and friends of the Malibu and Santa Monica communities gathered at Brentwood School to honor the life of Regents or Ray Humphrey. Ray worked within the Santa Monica Malibu Unified School District for almost 20 years, coaching an array of sports including basketball, football, and track. He had an immense impact on the school district and the students as the second head football coach in Malibu High School's history. Malibu High Athletic Director Chris Nier says Ray, often referred to as Coach Hump, was an excellent mentor, coach, and friend. For those who did not have the privilege of knowing him, the memorial brochure read, Regents embodied the essence of love, support, and guidance in all aspects of his life, touching the hearts of those closest to him. And within the Pepperdine community, the Pepperdine women's tennis team is qualifying for indoor nationals. Catherine Lytle speaks with freshman tennis player Jasmine Conway.
The Waves women's tennis team punched their ticket to the ITA National Indoor Championships this weekend after beating SDSU and LSU 4-0 during ITA kickoff weekend.
We were really happy to have qualified for the nationals. I haven't been on the team for long, so that was quite exciting for me.
They are ready to face their new competition this weekend in Seattle.
Not focusing on winning, just I think that comes with working hard and doing what we do.
The Waves are going in ranked number 6 as a team. They still await the draw to see who they will face in Seattle. They left today for plenty of practice time before the tournament begins on Friday.
I am really excited to see this tennis team take off. What about you?
We have such a talented tennis team at this school, and I feel like it's not talked about enough. Our women's tennis team last year, the 2 doubles girls, were #1 in the nation for months straight.
Wow.
They are so talented.
And as a freshman, getting into that tournament is a big deal.
I'm so excited for her. I can't wait to see how they do.
Yeah.
I'm really excited.
Congratulations to them.
Yes, and thank you, Jenna, for that update. We end tonight thankful for the many heroes out during this storm keeping us safe. Take a look at this. It looks like we are having a few technical difficulties, but I'll explain it for you. A man and his dog are safe thanks to the Los Angeles Fire Department and this daring rescue. The man jumped into the raging river in an attempt to save his dog yesterday. The dog managed to swim to safety down the river while the man was lifted from the water and flown to a hospital. The man was still conscious when he was rescued. The dog is now being treated for minor injuries in a local shelter. Nora, I don't know about you, but if my dog was in that water, I would be racing to go get her. So yeah, I'm so thankful that they were able to save that little dog. It's so cute.
That was such a sweet but heartbreaking video, but I'm so glad the dog is okay.
Me too, me too. That's one thing you don't even think about is the animals in the
I
storm.
know.
So
oh my gosh,
I'm really
I
glad
hope
he's
all
okay.
of them are okay.
Yes.
Yeah. That will do it for us this evening. Have a great night.
And stay safe out there.
So, same time next week?
Well, of course. Put away a few bucks, feel like $1 million. For free tips to help you save, go to Feed the Pig.
Got a quarter?
What are you, superheroes?
Just 4 brothers who hate bullies and love this city.